Morning and welcome to Inside Niger on Top Christ Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. My name now Princess Aniana, and without to waste time this morning, make we begin to knock you the front pages of the newspapers. After which, we'll come carry our sabi person enter studio to break down the big to reach them. Finally, they don't come out the state of emergency for inside River State. President don't give carry go for Fubara, deputy, and the state assembly to resume work. All that and many more will come down to you later. For now, make we take you straight into the front pages of newspaper. The first newspaper for we hand this morning, now the Punch newspaper, and inside the Punch newspaper, government, states, local governments, then share 2.2 trillion naira as money for August. Now, fact, that now the Federal Accounts and Allocation Committee, they yarn that one. On issue of cash transfer, Ogbonge government don't pay 330 billion naira, give 8.1 million households. And still, SSCE, NECO don't begin now to touch light the serious magomago for Joro will happen inside 13 states. Biggest story for the Punch. Emergency rule. Come and see the winners, the losers, as Tinubu don't put Fubara back in chair. Presido, the justifying action as over 40 cases now in the court on this matter. Come they want governors them say make them they behave well. Wike, Rivers from now on go get peace and progress. Now waiting in talk with that. 6 months wasted. Now waiting Rivers elders they lament be that. Still for inside the Punch newspaper, thousands now gather for street to do no go grief for London. On top say Donald Trump be go visit UK. Ogbonge government don't return back history to the main subject them inside basic education. 7 people now they confirmed dead for fire way born for Lagos building. Ogbonge government don't vote 300 billion naira to power teaching hospitals and universities them. All of this and many more inside the Punch newspaper. The Vanguard newspaper come closely to tell you, say, Ogbonge government don't pay 330 billion naira cash transfer to poor Nigerians. Now, Edom, Minister of Finance, now talk that one. 4 states, now they most affected by ozone layer radiation. NECO 2025, Kano, now they lead for inside the national performance table. We stand by our statement on that man. Dangote refinery on that. Everywhere sweet happiness, jollification as Tinubu don't end emergency rule for inside River State, and he have bring back Fubara in deputy and lawmakers them to resume work. That one no stop there. Plenty small tori follow for there. That tori born children plenty for front page of Vanguard. You go need to look on with your eye. For issue of our aviation, Keyamo say Nigeria go receive first dry lease after almost 20 years. 60.26% of candidates now score credit pass inside English and Maths for NECO. People that what they do no go agree against Trump. Say now so they full London on top in visits to their country. And for inside the sports story where they there, Nathaniel don't break Amike 38-year-old record as is Zoom enter inside 400 meter hurdles final. All this and more inside the Vanguard newspaper. The Guardian starts by to tell us, say, that man, Dangote, that they give each other award on top diversion allegation plus 1.5 trillion naira subsidy demands. Enter there, make you see the gbas. On the election, Supreme Court don't dismiss appeal against Ayeda Tiwa win. And on World Patient Safety Day, Lagos State government don't they cry over the wastage inside how they do health care. For the victory inside the Guardian, people get different color of mind. Some they doubt, some not they sure inside how the power take the struggle for Rivers as Fubara go return. Ogbonge government said they use 330 billion naira take do cash transfer to poor families. Over 60% of candidates now pass 2025 SSCE with 5 credits and above. Anambra governorship matter, play by the rules. Now waiting Ohaneze, they tell Soludo, Ukachuku, Ekunife, and all the others them. All these are more in the Guardian newspaper for today. Sharply, the Daily Trust say, Fubara returns. They can say hobbled like you come in leg the shake. ShopRite stores don't close for Ibadan. Ilorin, their shelves they empty for Lagos and Abuja. Saudi Arabia don't release the three Nigeria people where them be put on detention on top accusation of say then they push drugs. On NECO 2025 results, 60.26% now get 5 credits and Kano now in the lead inside people that way pass for that exam. Police say they don't keep plenty pop terrorists for inside Imo State. That Katsina couple where they be kidnapped weeks ago said they don't finally release them after collecting 50 million naira as ransom. Finally, for the front page of the Daily Times, come and of the Daily Trust, come see how 4 FIRS senior staff others die inside fire for Lagos. Sharply, the Daily Times, now follow closely. Questions now full on negligence as fire don't expose the safety gaps inside UBA. And the Kayamo say over 95% Nigerians now in they fly foreign airlines sake of say we don't get national aeroplane we go take they fly our people. And still inside the Daily Times newspaper, insecurity 420 plateau communities now they don't attack inside 24 years. Now one report talk that one. 84.26% students now score more than 5 credits as NECO don't release 2025 SSCE results. Nigeria, one of the people that will benefit pass inside Brexit. Now representative of UK, they talk that one as now they say issues there as democratic governance governance don't they return to River State today. All of this and more in the Daily Times newspaper. Online that now the Nigerian Tribune come say on the African Towers fire, FIRS they mourn the death of 4 of their workers as Elumelu don't pay tribute to the fallen UBA staff. Saudi authorities don't release the 3 Nigerian pilgrims where they arrest for drug trafficking. Biggest story on the Nigerian Tribune, Rivers emergency rule. Tinubu don't return Fubara back after 6 months suspension and say over 40 cases now they carry go court against that emergency we put for River State. But right now, people they talk different color of belle on the emergency removal. Men wey carry gun on top motorbike na so then gather enter one baptism ceremony for Niger Republic, kill 22 people throw away. Adeleke say no, and now they join ADC. Ondo PDP candidate Agbola don't withdraw in case for Supreme Court against Ayeda Atiwa. 2027, even though they don't endorse them, Tinubu na must still emerge for convention. Now, what in Yinwada, the APC national chairman, they talk be that. And 60.26% of NECO candidates now get 5 credits pass plus maths and English. All of this and more inside the Nigerian Tribune newspaper of today. As we pack our kaya come up from the front pages of papers, let me give you some of sports. As Point Sports Extra come out to say, current Eagles, our Super Eagles right now, no get creativity. Ayegbeni, they say, I will struggle to score. Now, what's in the talk there? Lookman is always welcome. Atalanta captain, now in talk that one. As they say, Osimhen no dey fit for the UCL opening game with Gala gas to play. De Bruyne now in the lead Italian champions against former club. All these ones now still they happen as the big story for there unleashed. Nathaniel don't break 38-year jinx as he blaze enter historic 400 meters hurdles final. United don't they boast of record revenue as Mourinho don't they close to switch to Benfica. Party, they beg, say he no guilty to accusation of rape. Zurike don't make 200 meters semifinals as Kenya Cherovich don't break 3,000 meter steeplechase record. All of this and many more. Now you go see for inside the Punch Sports Extra newspaper for today. You go agree with me, say this is a very wonderful place to draw the curtain on top the front pages of papers. But do yourself a favor, try and get at least one of these newspapers. Read the full gist, stay informed, make your own for no loss. Join us again tomorrow, 9 o'clock, for another beautiful edition of the front pages of newspaper inside Nigeria. But for now, no go anywhere. Big stories inside the news coming next on your station where your matter now we own. My name now Princess Anyana. No go anywhere.
Hello, my country people of Nigeria. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say K-Bobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top Christ Radio and television. We will go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Nigeria. You go join our well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.christradioandtv.com or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Kolawole Omane on top Christ Radio and Television. Your matter now we own.
Inside Nigeria on top Christ Radio and Television. My name na Princess Anyana. Hope say you deal with us right now live on top our Facebook page, on top our YouTube channel at Christ Radio TV. And hope you still there aware that the big wins, the big vibes still there ongoing. And we already have one of our winners from the show day before yesterday, Michaela, and we don't send them a win and they don't also approve them. And for yesterday, we also get two winners then. We get Mariam and then we also get Young Peaks. And later today, then we'll enjoy their winnings. For you to partake inside the goodies, you will need to stay on top this video. Check us out on all our social media platforms at Christ Radio TV and wait for the big question. We will come inside the show. If you come now, if you come later, just stay tuned, watch it and they go on. They will send you the question. When we throw away the question, the first person to drop the correct answer in the comment section of either the YouTube video or the Facebook video will be the person will go win the money. So no go anywhere, stay, because the question will come in before this show goes. But for now, make sure say you subscribe to all of our social media pages, you follow us for social media, you like our post, you comment on our post, and you can be the big winner when the giveaway don't start to the round up. Now, coming back inside the studio, I know Waka alone. I get one of our Ubunge Oga inside the studio, Kolawole Omoni. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Princess.
Kolawole.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for showing up today.
You're looking take away this.
That's how I am. See, one is like this, don't say it. Right now, so quickly, on top the matter we did today. Yesterday, we've been the talk, say, Oga Presido being cut off in journey for France to come back, and even Fubara to cut off in journey. And plenty church in the spread, say, emergency rule way put suppose end today. So we've been done the wait to see whether Presido go end them or he go extend them. And fortunately, later in the evening, the news break. Say Presido don't bring out a speech to say in the comot the state of emergency, the emergency rule, on River State, and that Fubara, his deputy, Ngozi Odu, and then the lawmakers, they can all resume work. First of all, I'm saying I don't they bring different Igiaga, just like yesterday, some they say even if they bring him back, he's not coming as a governor, they will be controlling him and so on and so forth. But what do you think?
Yeah, we expect say this one go happen because we don't already see the way they be handle the matter. I mean, Oga Presido and FCT minister and the person where they deal with because no one do yes, sir. You understand? And now that he's ready to at least obey whatever they're giving to him, I think it's obvious. Say he don't already get opportunity to return. And unfortunately, I no really think say Rivers people go benefit anything reasonable from the return of Fubara anyway. And if you check the manner in which no one really dance to the tune of the likes of Wike from the one, it might partially or maybe be in favor of the Rivers people, even though we all understand saying our politics, now they be the play. But now that it's coming back, the only thing we will enjoy in his return right now be say,
Rivers
if you
people.
follow waiting your guy
Yes.
in the talk, peace go reign for River State. At least with that one, there will be no pressure of say, okay, I won't come out, go do my personal business, fear day, whether clash go day for road or no go day. That one don't already come out from waiting the border the rivers people because they say may they no boy the place, may the situation no turn deadly and what have you. So that one don't already come out. And one of the benefits where rivers people go enjoy from waiting be happen yesterday be that. Then apart from that, if the matter turn deadly, you know, say na them they still they kill. So it no still make sense. So in all what we got so far, I think say peace go reign for now in River State. Do they really mean well for the Rivers people in whatever decision they will be rolling out? We may say, okay, it depends. You understand? But the major focus now is that, okay, who will be the next governor of River State in 2027? By now, they don't already they map out the strategy. And part of waiting bring a wicked comeback. Fubara
Fubara.
back. It might be part of, okay, just go there like a figurehead because, like we've been talking yesterday, most of the local government chairmen that we need to work with, then belong to Wiki Camp. Most of the state assembly lawmakers that we need to work with, they are in Wiki Camp. So if you check some of this narrative, it means say it just need to just follow the bandwagon. If you don't follow them, you go still get issues.
Okay, now, where two questions. Why be say almost everybody, even since yesterday, and even just the few say, as they come, he must follow bandwagon. Are we not feeling say since they don't allow him to come back, he will come and do his work as elected governor without influence? Why is everybody saying as they come like this, he's coming like a conquered man, he's coming hobbled, he's coming to be a puppet? Why does that seem to be the main consensus?
The reason why it be like that be say the person will carry load, a cripple person will carry load, where the load bend, you can't complain say, Oga, you know, see say your load bend. Go talk say no be my load bend. Now my leg now you go need to check for you to know the source of the load we bend on top of my head. And that is what we are seeing right now. And how do I mean? How Fubara take enter office. You understand? Now based on say godfatherism. And for you to be able to maintain your seat, don't forget in one of the videos on social media, former governor of Ekiti State, the day where they even bring Fubara, where they inaugurate and say, hey, if you no want problem, don't just look for a problem of Wike.
Yes.
And he looked for the problem and he saw it. Now, he now went back to say, okay, Oga, I don't realize my mistake. I'm coming back. So you know what it means? It means River State is not is not under the control of say, okay, good governance. It's under the control of say, okay, I need the so-called structure of political party. I need the so-called structure of say, okay, now me day in charge. I want to remain relevant in politics. So in doing this, whatever I'm telling you is whatever you need to do. And mind you, they are not doing this thing for only control, even resource control too. In okay, who gets what? What can we save for future politics? All these things come to play. Can we go and check how much Wike been get before he became governor in Rivers State? Or maybe probably before he even became minister or eventually became governor in Rivers State to now. And the bragging of say, okay, now me the sponsor now maybe the main this the financier of PDP and what have you, and the influence on other states. So if you check some of these things, where this power bin come from, now the resources oil money. So Rivers no be state where you go just want take your eyes off. No any presidential candidate go talk say I no want deal with Rivers guy, just like Kano in the north. So if you check some of these things, whoever want to remain relevant in that state, then you have to be very strong. And now waiting we can be seeing Fubara. So now my boy, let me make use of somebody that can listen to me, that will be able to control. And that has always been the priority of many the governors, immediate past governors, whoever will succeed them. See, I saw one video last week about Kogi State, Onoja, the vice, the deputy governor of Yaya Bello,
Yes.
that he thought he will be the right person to win that primary election. But on the eve of the primary election, Yaya Bello call and say, you are not going. That I have somebody else. He said, there's ask and say, why? He said, you have the capacity too much. So can somebody be punished for having
For
too
too much
much capacity
It's a bit
to
work.
deliver governance? You understand? To the people? But because of this, okay, the meaning, if I want to help him to interpret it, is that I can't control you. I need somebody I can control. And that was what the potential that Wike saw in Fubara. Unfortunately, in less than 2 months, Fubara showed his character and we meet ourselves in this kind of a dramatic situation. So, what the lesson I can say Fubara should learn in this, or anybody that's watching us right now, is that don't even start a battle you cannot win. Don't start it. Because if you don't get enough capacity to win the battle, then it may be too difficult for you. That is what we are seeing right now. And unfortunately, now Rivers people, for instance, see so many irregularities in River State, from say, okay, you carry caterpillar, go demolish the structure where you build, where you use taxpayers' money build in the name of politics. And so many other things like that. Like a few number of people passing the budgets that they are implementing without proper scrutiny, without public hearing and the normal procedure where they're supposed to follow. So governance-wise, Rivers don't pay serious price in the name of politics, in the name of godfatherism.
Okay, so in the news yesterday, Tony Cole, another aspirant and the Rivers person, been talk say the only thing if you go advise Fubara, say make Fubara go follow sit down with Wike, make he beg Wike, say to no be no lawyer, but still give me some percent. That's allow me to still get some freedom to make some decisions. Say, or if not that, you know, if you give Rivers people any form of governance at all. Do you agree?
No, there's no point in begging. The begging has been done, whether we like it or not.
Okay, now
And
when
they already map out their strategies of waiting they're going to do. We will not hear much noise from Fubara anymore.
okay,
You understand?
but will it be working? Will River State people still be feeling effect of an elected governor? Will he do the things we're supposed to do? Everything go the maybe fall back.
Say he no go do. If Fubara no make noise, for instance, do you hear anything going on in Kogi State right now?
No, but Kogi people say the guy is at least is paying salary that they see in hand.
What should have been done, or maybe because the moment you allow for it takes God intervention and the influence of Wike for Fubara to become a governor.
No,
You understand?
great.
So if we agree with them, and you now suddenly feel like, okay, you are now a governor, you want to fight back, you don't want to dance to the tune of those people
but
in the interest of the people, the river.
Did the Fubara really do? This thing not giving, it's not that maybe even they give 100.
It was order. He did not want to be taking order. He wanted to act as a governor. Do you understand? Do you know many
courts? Will this not have been lawyer in a way, was it?
That is what I'm telling you. The moment you don't let this thing come naturally, you ride on people's this thing influence for you to become a governor. It's either you dance to their tune or you leave the office. For instance, what would have cost a Fubara if it's okay, I want to fulfill this thing in the interest of Rivers guys. I want to even go to court to challenge the fact that Oga Governor, Oga President no supposed to suspend me. Some of these conditions, he no follow any one of it. Because he feel like, so these guys, they are big, can't always win them, political wise. Because they still have this impression. So even the judiciary, sometimes, allegedly, is being manipulated. So if you check some of these things, you go know, say, it better make you no even start am. No do godfatherism sin. Let people like you and vote you in. But the moment you ride on their interest, influence, to take that particular mandate, then you have no choice than to just do your mumu stuff and you check how it works. For instance, in Edo State, see the drama between Obaseki and that of Oshimole. It took him good 4 years for him to plan for a structure and already grow wing well. And in even growing that wing, he can't carry one of the beloved sons of Oshomole. Joy body, you understand? Shoaib fight against his brother. You understand? Now the situation later turned around and it became something but at that point, he got what he needed. So now waiting Fubara supposed to have done, probably if he decides it's okay, want to really get that win. But as you think right now, a single man in River State, everybody around him, including commissioners, no day for inside. So it's more of, okay, if you go ahead, governor, go and do whatever we ask you to do. And that is what it will be happening between now and 2027. I don't know. It now depends on how it take play in loyalty, the kind of say where they go, or whatever the case, or the kind of impression they can give them for them to say, okay, maybe we allow you to return or not.
So, but what about the River State people? Anything for them here?
That is my concern.
Anything for them here?
And the reason why Rivers should shine their eyes. Just imagine, say they defy every of the so-called political structure. They just decide, okay, we want to do the needful. We want this. Because if you check some of these figures that I've been telling you now, the influential people, if you count them, they are not up to 1,000. Or let's just say even 5,000. Compared to the voters, potential voters we will get for River State. Now, they've done it. They followed a wicked factor. They voted Fubara in. We are witnessing this drama like this. Fubara will still be doing normal administration. Okay, you pay salary, you get a project, you do road, you do some of these things. But the one way you know go fit do, or the one way go they happen underground, we will not know much about it again. That was what he was running away from before. Probably he claimed to be in the interest of the public. Now, so politicians they always claim. Now, the reason why I know they don't get anything with them. I don't get any so at the PTA yeah for any politician. Because if Fubara go weak finish, he can do worst. He can do the worst. So people of River State now should learn from what transpired in the last 2 years in their state. To say, okay, in 2027, we want to vote people that nobody can be able to influence. Godfatherism no be problem. It's not a bad idea in politics. But the way it's being played in Nigeria, it gets as a day. Because many of these governors, they don't want to retire because they are professional politicians. They are career politicians. They want every single move they make, they want to remain relevant. And the moment they finish 8 years, it's either they are going to the Senate to go and remain relevant to be king. Maybe the zoning system may be in their favor to say they want to contest for president or thereabouts, but they just want to remain relevant. And Wike knew that if I remain relevant in Abuja and I don't have structure in Rivers, it will take between now and 2027 for Oga Presido to look for a replacement for me. And that is all this battle we are seeing right now.
You don't hear people of River State make this one be a lesson, and not just to River State people. I think to the whole of Nigerians, make this one be a lesson to us. Say, Godfatherism not bad, but make we find person where now we believe in now we go work for, now we get her. Not anybody feel control or feel come out. And I think time done because even get what I see, I'm told some people say this kind of thing happen, and Nigeria just keep quiet and we all just moved and continued our lives. The time don't reach where we need to dey stand up, they fight our rights, they fight against all of these illegalities. And that now what we dey do here for Christ Radio TV. Carry your matter like say na im be the main. Now remember, say if you know say you're not there on top our social media and those, you day on a long team. You day on a long team. Time don't reach now for you to get the opportunity to win one or two. The question for this morning, we say, Christ Radio and Television, wetin be our slogan? Whenever we talk finish, whenever we call our station, wetin be our slogan? Wetin be our slogan? We dey always talk am. If you listen to most of our adverts, you dey hear am. E dey everything wey be say we dey talk. Wetin be our slogan? Wetin be our watch statement for on top Christ Radio and Television? Drop your answer for under this video for YouTube, the comment section of this live video for YouTube or for Facebook. And I beg, if you don't win before, now win again. Allow fresh people to win. Make the big win for reach everybody. Wetin be the slogan? Wetin be the watch statement of Christ Radio and Television?
And like I mean, the Father Christmas where I be,
you still want give expo?
I want them to win very easily. I no want stress them. I want give expo. If they don't know I'm right now, probably because they not to pay attention to RAM. May then go to all our platforms. You understand? Go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to Twitter. You go see one thing or another, maybe a report on YouTube. Click on it. Before you finish that report, you go see something will resemble the answer where they ask you right now.
Yeah.
Or maybe any of our program. Just watch it briefly. You will get your answer inside. Don't forget, before you can win, you just have to follow us, like us, and make comments. Subscribe, make comment to whatever message or program we have on some of these platforms. Thank you.
So you don't hear we don't tell you how you go take win. Make sure say you rush go there, drop your answer, and then you win. Now coming back into the studio, Bonga government don't bring back history, Nigerian history, a very compulsory subject for basic education timetable for the schedule now. Say you have to do Nigerian history from primary 1 to JSS3. You get now, so then come and then say they won't use it now to bring back that teaching of to strong our national identity, unity, patriotism, and responsible citizenship. You get now they say they go study history continuously from primary 1 to JSS3. Then SS1 to SS3 students go now study the new civic and heritage studies. Civic and heritage studies, meaning they don't mix history with civic education. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, it's a good move because if you check most of our Gen Zs right now, they not to know much about waiting our history be they talk about. Even the people who know be Gen Z itself, you understand? Because if you check the way the narrative used to be, now it is optional for people who know want to act. You understand? If they do maybe commercial at secondary school or science, they no make it compulsory for you to study history. And with this move now, it means you go need to know one or two things about the country, and it's not a bad idea because if we don't know how our country be, we will get more of stories we're going to talk about that. But with this one, if they get curriculum for them, if they get okay how they want to teach them, it will at least clarify issues against most of the things we they always see on social media because many of our children right now they can easily tap one or two things on social media and now they take right and there. Now they go believe because they don't get access to original. So for you to now say this thing is fake, you have to show me the original for me to believe in it. So if that's not the case, it's not a bad move. And I also like the fact that they are not dropping a subject to say, okay, let us embrace history because every single subject where they teach these children, then get reason for them. And for them to blend it with civic education too, is a good idea. You understand? The point is, okay, from that time where they teach these children, some of them they choose to say, okay, I want to follow this side. I want to even know much. I want to go and even study it in higher institution to know much about the history of the country and even global history. So it's not a bad idea. And I remember on a lighter note, say, you get one particular story where they always hear that time where they go to say, the reason why they ban China from football now because they play Nigeria 100-0.
India,
Na India,
India,
right? Yes.
99,
Say
as I'm
99.
Farage, what kill am be that? As the ball they call it, still like lion. Till today,
So,
that story keeps passing down, down, down.
you understand? Because everybody don't already check around where this story even start.
Come from
How it takes, and you don't enter social media and stuff like that.
down.
So we need to know much about what we stand for because many people they don't even born them in their respective village.
Jesus.
You understand? They
Yes.
don't born them there. They don't know anything about waiting they happen for that their area. So they may come across some of these stories in the course of doing this subject. So it's a good development, and I hope say these policies from assault here and there. Another
Another person
minister no go come tomorrow to say, I beg, let us drop this thing, let us embrace something
because
else.
now the question I even was say, what it make them comot history before? Because yes, before for higher for senior class, it dey optional. But it got to a time they comot am pata. They not even they do am at all. They now say me they return am back this year. What it made them comot am in the first place?
So,
That now one, and then two. They say this now go make us, patriotism, national identity. It go know about. Do you really think say teaching history go help to reconnect children to the roots?
it go help to reconnect them to the root. We need to know much about our story, but to make it, let them to be more patriotic, I doubt. In fact, it gets some of those stories where go even make you feel discouraged. You understand? It gets some of those stories where go make you feel like, oh no, I don't want to do this again. It gets some of those stories where go make you say, oh, the battle where these people start, where they no finish. I want to start them. You understand? Now the fear of many of the leaders be that self. You understand? Say, oh, old wounds, must we be opening it almost every time and stuff like that? But the truth of the matter is that we need to know where we they come from, where we are right now. It will now guide us how to know how we want to envisage where we are heading to in future.
Bam. Okay, so you feel Shastin a very good idea.
Yes, a good idea.
Okay, anyway, government said them go retrain teachers, then go provide resources, and then they go do everything.
Just want to follow up back up. Just to when you finish house, you don't already plaster them. You go need to do the final finishing. You understand? Let them bring the history back. Let's see how it goes. All those one when it happens, we go celebrate them.
All right now, so make we dey wait to see how the thing go come and how it go dey go, then we celebrate. But finally, before we close mouth on top inside Nigeria this morning, Minister of State for Agriculture, Sabi Abdullahi, don't come out now say President Bola Tinubu government don't actually do well. In a word, he said they've made significant progress to strengthen food security. In the news yesterday, he been come out say federal government don't they open up new initiatives. They want to do transformation to agriculture with the target of to create 21 million work. And even they in the papers today say they don't use 330 billion naira take do cash transfer to poor households. But on the issue of this food security matter, do you agree? Say price of food don't they come down and say now the workings of this government now responsible for it.
The working of the government, whatever happen under their watch, they will celebrate it. Say na them make it happen. We all agree. You will agree with me. Say he get some policies will make the thing even jack up in the first place. So if we've not gone to where they started, it's not worthy of celebration. You understand?
Yeah.
For instance, if a bag of rice was 40,000 naira, 38,000, 40,000 naira from the current government be come on board, and it suddenly jack up to around 90,000 naira because of the policies here and there, and it's now 65,000, 60,000. They should celebrate it if they can achieve what they even inherited. You understand?
Take it back to
if
40,
they can take it back to
30
40,000, we will appreciate it. You understand? Nigerians will be able to, because just imagine, say, okay, a minimum wage is 70,000 naira, a bag of rice 65,000 naira. So, is it worthy of celebration? It's not. Can we say, okay, they have achieved little? Because if it is still at 100,000, 90,000, we'll still be lamenting. So kudos. But they still have to put some mechanisms in place. I remember last year they be released some grains from our food reserve to achieve this. I remember say they be invest more on getting more incentives for farmers. You understand? Even though many of those farmers talk say, they 2 day timely, like giving a fertilizer, the 2 day timely and stuff like that. So if you are achieving that, you need to also do more of how many of those items that we can be able to farm in our country we are still importing. You understand?
Yeah.
We can be able to achieve that. Okay, let us farm a surplus so that the importation, go scatter our economy and it go still make us appreciate what we get right now. It will make our economy stronger and it will also make us to ensure that, okay, we get enough in our country. And when we are talking about food security, say we don't get and you have here and there and stuff, the surplus is one of the reasons why we go to say we get food security. Then the affordability. They've not been able to achieve anything on affordability. Because you enter market now, you see those foods there. But how many Nigerians can be able to afford it? So your economic policy should reflect, okay, we want to do more of every Nigerian should be able to afford a bag of rice. They should be able to afford some other ingredient where they go take cook them. They should be able to afford, okay, I want to go and buy and sell in the market. So if we still have issues with that one too, they need to work on it. Like saying, okay, 1 million job they want to create, they shouldn't be over ambitious and exaggerating this thing. I don't really understand that figure. I saw the minister explaining the grammar yesterday, but even me, it's still not clear to me. If we say 21 million jobs
in agriculture sector,
in agriculture sector, I know say okay, if you are doing more of mechanized farming,
because they say they won't start irrigation, that they want to be farming 12 months in the year.
It's not today talk. They've always been saying this. It's implementation and this thing evaluation. Right? They always get problem. They always get this structure. If you go and check what Buhari government be do under anchor borrower, it's enrich more farmers. It's made them to
belong, yes,
plant more of rice. We get more grains in the country, but waiting be the loss. We can't recover those money till today. So it's still part of the policy where they affect the economy. You push these billions of dollars into this agriculture in the name of you are giving these guys as loan, but you can't recover just 20% of what you gave out. Still part of money we are losing. Do you understand? So they need to do more of, okay, whatever program we are reeling out, how do you intend to implement it? How do you intend to evaluate it? It's not when Nigeria have forgotten that you invested so millions of dollars on this particular program and you're supposed to get it back. But in return, you now get a bit surplus of the food, but you can't recover a dime from that money. It still amount to nothing because whether we like it or not, where that money came from, we still be the one to suffer for it. So they need to check some of these things for them to now say, okay, we have food security in the country. Another thing they need to look into is middlemen factor. Because now the major thing where they even wunjure us when it has to do with food security in the country be this. There's no enough policy to guide against middlemen. In the country, that is why you see many of them will go to villages and buy every single product where farmer been get at very cheaper rate. They will now go and hide it. When they hide it, they will now be waiting till when the thing is passed, they start selling it at higher price. How can you get rid of this? Is to make sure that you have a networking program that can enable farmers and the last consumer to connect each other. Good road na part of it. When farmer no get enough or maybe a car or truck to carry in load go city, go dey wait for one middleman wey get money, and the middleman wey get money to do that, he no suffer any loss. If flood happen inside that farm, nothing concern am. Na the one wey survive, wey dem see as farm produce, na him go buy. You understand? Buy am go city, go hide am. So they need to do something about it. The irrigation farming they are talking about too, good and fine. Because when you are running 24 hours irrigation, it means say there's no point when they say this thing they pass.
Yes.
At that point, even as a middleman, if you go hide something, when you see say no days cast, you will be forced
To
to
bring
bring
that
it out
out.
and sell it at cheaper rate. So they shouldn't just say this thing with mouth.
They should
They
act
should meet, they should act this irrigation that they are talking about. And when you talk about irrigation, are you doing irrigation with the required quantity that you do during rainy season? Oh, if we are planting maybe 1,000 ton of of
maize.
maybe maize in during the rainy season, are you also doing irrigation that will equal that same quantity, or you just do 200 tons and you come and impress Nigeria and say, see the irrigation we are doing? So if you cannot equal it, it means say there should be a gap that you still allow those middlemen wey go hide those produce to still bring it out to come and sell it at expensive rates. So they check all these things together and make sure that you have policies that are friendly to Nigeria to be able to get easy access to money for them to be able to afford those products in the market.
Okay, so if I understand you, not be just by to talk, we want to see workings.
Yes, and the work is this irrigation they are talking about. When rainy season, anybody can be bragging here and
they
there.
want they farm 12 months and they go do planting and harvest. So they harvest 60 days, 90 days, plant again 60 days, 90 days. That's the idea.
Yes, you want to do that, but don't forget, if you are doing it as a government, that's why I'm talking about the quantity of what
And
you
they
want
say
to
they'll
do.
get 21 million people in the rural areas, engage them, give them this job.
To do that.
Yes.
Where the problem they always dey. I always like to be realistic, because government things, most of the programs no be say they no get good intention.
Now the doing.
Now the doing, because of the level of implementation, they politicize the process. If they want roll it out now, they now say, okay, go and identify those small holders farmers in each community. In doing that, they will channel it through governor will channel it through local government chairman will channel it through party chairman in their respective local government. Before you know it, it will be more of like a political party program than that of agric program. So if they don't check some of these things, now people wey no dey entitled to that stuff, now dem go get am. I dey always tell people, I don't get a colleague wey approach me say, Akola, you too, you can be into farming now. I'm in charge of a so program. Come and take this grant and farm. I say, I be journalist, I no sabi anything farming. This is what used to affect those kind of program. When you are in charge, they've entrusted you to be in charge of that particular implementation. You now carry your people along, whether they are farmer, whether they are carpenter, whether they are bricklayer, all of them become farmers because of national cake. And the reason why the impact of those kind of programs, Nigeria hardly feel it.
Okay, but before we go, time don't go, but one last question. So what will be the best way for a government or for them to make sure, say, this initiative, this good thing actually reach the people we're supposed to reach? Because like you talk now, you share it through maybe the local government people share it and they will count on to my own, or my family. How do we do these programs to really reach the people we actually supposed to reach?
Sincerely speaking, the best way should be for them to avoid politicizing it. The better way again is for them to look for reliable non-governmental organizations that are into this kind of activities, like into agric now.
Yeah.
For instance, I know one like Saskawa in Kano, and many of them like that. To help you implement this project, you stay up, bring politicians to be in charge. Politicians will always look for how to help their structure in their respective location. Look for these people, their experience. They have more experience. They have experts that can manage it. Can you do the implementation? Or you want to target 21 million Nigerians to benefit in this stuff? They have structure. They already know area of needs. They know what they can quickly plant and get results immediately. Engage these people to do the implementation, and don't impose anybody being a politician on them. Do the implementation
and give account.
Give you result and give account. They are used to giving accounts. Not like whatever government is giving to politicians. In their own case, they are used to giving accounts. They will tell you who benefits, how they take benefit, and before you know it, everybody will smile nationwide. But if you now factor, 2027, who are the people we need to enrich in our party that will go and work for me in his own locality. Now all this program, they always factor. They always
say, okay, now APC do or now LPP.
Yes.
Now from the Nigerian government.
That is the problem. It's not supposed to be like that. We don't need to be looking for NGOs to do some of these things for us. But since they appear to be more reliable, that can be able to, they have the credibility to give account to whatever, then let us make use of them to implement some of these things. I doubt if they will follow that angle, but if they do that, Nigerians will even appreciate the current government if they do that.
Okay, but don't you also think even we Nigerians need a form of orientation? Because if we just here say, oh, now government they do this thing, make I go chop my own. Why we not looking like say, okay, then do one for me, make I use and working, do the work we're supposed to do, refund back, like if it's a loan or something, so that another person too feel benefit from them. Don't you think even we self need orientation on this?
We need orientation, but orientation without consequence in Nigeria no dey too work. We need orientation. For instance, anchor borrowers intervention where they've been do. Most of the farmers that got it is either they are selling the farm inputs at the point of collection, or they make use of it. They spent it now, they didn't even return it.
But did they orient them? They explain to them, they put them somewhere, educate them, say, this thing where would they give you? Now to make your farm and alone, put them for your farming. When you get and see how you go take pay us back, so that we can figure and now take, maybe as we don't give this community today, we'll take what you give us back, give that other community like that. We use this money to touch everybody. Or they just go there and say, hey, go enter one link. If you know, say you get farm, government, they bring enjoyment, come this side. That is where I'm going.
Yes, I agree with you. The level of awareness and education too, to they strong. And one of the reasons why sometimes they would also say we get government agencies, endless number of government agencies. NOA, National Orientation of
National Orientation Agency.
Yeah. They have this responsibility to make sure, say, whatever government policy that they are doing, they should let people know more about it. Now, they're supposed to be in charge. You understand? They're supposed to be in charge of some of this policy. Okay. They hardly carry them along. You see an agency or FDA that say, oh, we too will have public relations section, so we can manage it. But they don't have the capacity. NOA has the capacity nationwide. For instance, this 20 million people to benefit that they want to do nationwide now. If you follow through the platform of NOA, that they used to claim they have offices in each local government and in even each ward across the nation, they should be able to educate people more. But what you now see that, okay, maybe the PR section of that particular agency, maybe Ministry of Agric now, and also, okay, want to go and do jingle about it. They'll just fly it maybe for 1 week. Oh, they would say, how did you educate people about this thing? Oh, we played jingle for 1 week and we did it on TV, and that's the end. So that one of the reasons why people know they too know much about it. And apart from that, the reason why I now say without consequence is that even when they tell Nigerians what they need to do, they still have this impression saying a national cake. So if the national cake impression that you get, there should be the policy should include how they want to sanction whoever defy from whatever rules and regulation they set for that particular program.
There should be rules and regulation. There should be consequences when you do outside of what you're supposed to do. Oh, you agree with me that this is not the perfect place to end the show this morning. But don't forget, the question today, Christed Radio and TV, waiting be our slogan, waiting be our watch statement. Just write inside the comment section for this video, either on YouTube or on Facebook, and you will be the winner of our giveaway for today. But don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, we'll show again for On Top Christed Radio Television, where your matter now we own, to carry all of the goodies them of big victories, newspapers them come to give you. And more interesting programs could go on both for the radio and for the TV. All you guys to do now to stay on top of social media platforms at Christed Radio TV. And our website now www.christedradioandtv.com. Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni, for today.
Thank you for having me.
And for you, our wonderful viewers and listeners, thank you so much. Say you to take and enjoy this show with us. Just do yourself a beautiful favor. Have a wonderful day. Have a mighty day. And don't forget, this now the station where your matter now we own. My name na Princess Aniana. See you later.